Welcome, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we have Game 4 of this 4-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Pirates won the first game 4-3, but the Brewers, with a pair of 4-2 victories, have taken the series lead, looking for the series win. The Pirates, of course, just need one more win, and then they get the season series with still a series to go. The Brewers are trying to deny him of it. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully it is a good one for everyone here. And I do apologize. I am sleep deprived. I am just exhausted. I will live, though. Here is the starting pitching matchup for each team. Dustin May making his Brewers debut. 4.38 ERA in St. Louis with a whip of a 1.28. Last 7 games has not pitched well. A 6.26 ERA in the last 7 games. However, the last 2 games... 11 innings pitched, only 1 earned run. So, hey, he's trending in the right direction, and that is what the Brewers are looking for. For the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates, it's Braxton Ashcraft, who's also not pitched well at all as of late. He is 5-1, though, despite a 5.89 ERA in his last 7 starts. His last start, 5 innings, 1 earned run, was pulled because of the rain. That is the only reason he did not go further. But, yeah, we can just hope that Ashcraft is trending in the right direction back to his early season form. And a look at the head-to-head, again, the Pirates, of course, still boasting a good offense, but not as of late. A team that has just struggled to hit ever since that Brewer series in Pittsburgh. That was pretty much the last time you saw the offense at a elite level. But, again, still great numbers overall. Not, of course, for the pitching or the defense or the runs allowed. For the Brewers, of course, a good offense and a great defense, great pitching all around. Just really good stuff. Again, a solid team. They are the best team in baseball, folks. 71-43 on the season. And, of course, the results did not go the Pirates' way yesterday. The Pirates, again, of course, losing. And then other results kind of sending them backwards in the hunt. And, of course, the Phillies and the Diamondbacks still with a nice little cushion as they look to try to solidify their spots. The Cubs, again, have solidified their spot, in my opinion. They are just a really good team. Again, if you had asked me who would I pick to take down the Dodgers before they get to the World Series, it would be the Brewers and the Cubs. Those two teams, really good. And, again, that would probably be our best shot, the NL Central. If the Pirates could get their offense back, I would say the Pirates, because, again, I think their pitching might be a little bit better the last 2 months. But it doesn't matter if... the bats go away. A look here at the NL Central again. The Pirates tumbling down to 4th place. Cardinals over the Yankees yesterday. Can't count for the Yankees to do anything. What an absolute disgrace of a franchise. But the Pirates, again, they got to start winning. They got to get it going today. And then a brief look at the AL. But, of course, again, we haven't really covered an AL team in quite some time, so... Yeah, but yeah, the Rays leading the AL East, the White Sox leading the AL Central, and the Astros in the AL West. All right. We have the starting lineups here for the Pirates. It'll be Jake Mangum. He's out in center. Brandon Lau is at second base. Brian Reynolds in left. Endy Rodriguez is DHing. Spencer Horwitz is at first. Nick Gonzalez at third. Ronnie Simon in right. Jacob Gonzalez is at shortstop, and then Henry Davis is catching today. So we'll see if this offense can get something going, as, again, they have just been very, very quiet since the All-Star break. And, of course, we'll have the Brewers lineup in a moment. Appreciate you guys again. Thank you all for hanging out, as we are almost ready for baseball. Almost. But as you can probably, if you notice the Pirates lineup, they did not have Esmeralda Valdez, no Magician today. Again, he has been struggling tremendously. He has not gotten a hit since the first game of the Red Series. So, yeah, just need to get him, I don't know, reset his psyche, as we are almost ready. We're about ready, actually. May is on the mound. He had a 4.38 ERA. As he faces Jake Mangum. Of course, we'll get that 3D up as soon as it is wanting to cooperate. Here is the pitch, and that misses inside. Ball 1. We are underway in Milwaukee. Dustin May's first pitch as a Brewer. course, he's bounced around the last few years. Again, of course, was with the Dodgers forever. Then with the Red Sox. As here's the 1-0 to Mangum. That's outside 2-0. Mangum batting .298, OPS of 722, 3 homers, and 24 RBIs on the season. How's it going, Russell? Welcome on in. Norman, appreciate you. Michael, positive. Scott, Jay, how's it going? Tech, Dave, thank you all for hanging out. Here's the 2-0. That finds the strike zone at the knees. 2-1, 94 on the cutter. Let's see, who else do we have here? Linda, thank you for the 10 joules. Appreciate it. W's for Linda. Magic Man, thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Nick, as well. Spencer, thank you guys all for hanging out. 2-1 counts. It's going Kurtz. Welcome on in. 2-1 to Mangum. As May readies. As he begins the windup. Here is the pitch. And that's down and in. 3-1. 98 on the fastball. Of course, there's always a lot of pressure for a new player to impress his new teammates. But May, again, not a bad pitcher at all. Just, of course, has dealt with many, many injuries in his career. The 3-1 to Mangum. He pulls back the bunt attempt. That's in there. 3-2. 94 on the fastball. Let's go on, Michael. Welcome on in. Hopeful for a Pirates win. We'll see. 3-2. May sets, kicks, and delivers as Mangum slices his foul. Still 3-2. 96 on the cutter. Again, May with pretty solid velocity. Has not really been able to stay healthy. That's been his main problem. 3-2. The pitch. And that's upstairs, ball 4. So lead off a walk. It was really close. That one, of course, showing that it would be in the strike zone. That was not the case. All right, so Mangum is at first, and that'll bring up Brandon Lau, batting .254, OPS of 799, 23 homers, 71 RBIs on the season. Let's go on station. Afternoon from Richmond, Virginia. Appreciate you for hanging out. The pitch to Lau. That's a sweeper down and in. Ball 1 to Brandon Lau. Let's go on, DJ. Welcome on in. I know, Craig. I know. It's tough. But again, it'll be all right. Still got plenty of baseball. And even if it's not, well, it's the same old Pirates. Here's the 1-0 as that catches the strike zone 1-1. Again, the offense needs to, of course, I've been really, defending the offense that has carried the heavy lifting for the season. But they have went quiet. They need to get back. They are looking like last year's Pirates. And that is not a good formula for this pitching staff. 1-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 87 on the sweeper. Lau going for it all. Brewers are a well-run team. They are. Go Michael again from North Carolina. Thank you very much. Just got back from Italy yesterday. Amazingly, I saw the Pirates merch in stores. Really? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. 1-2 counts. Mangum dancing around at first. May readies. May sets, May fires. As that's a tapper. And that is going to be a ground, or did he hit it off his foot? I think, well, no, they're just going to say it's a no. Well, the Pirates broadcast saying it's an out. I don't believe it is. Yes, it is a foul ball. That was off his foot. Let me go ahead and change some settings. There we go. We're good. All right, so it is 1-2. Mangum's going to go back to first. May had 11 pitches here in the first inning. 1-2. May sets and delivers way upstairs. Goes the fastball, and it's 2-2. 97 on it. Yeah, I don't really know much about Jim Rooker. I'm not going to lie. Again, I'm not really a baseball historian at all. I am a football guy covering baseball in the offseason. Breaking ball in there, but not called a strike. Sanchez going to challenge, and he will win this challenge. That is going to be May's first strikeout as a Brewer. That was a nice sweeping curve there by May. So there you go. He is out. Good challenge by Sanchez. Lau is gone. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds, batting .268, OPS of 822, 15 homers, 63 RBIs. Yeah, Reds leading 5-3 over the A's. That's tough. How you feeling about this one? Doc has you can't win them all. Yep. Can't lose them all. All the various times this year scored a bunch for Ashcraft. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that, that can continue. As May is going to get scolded by the umpire. Trying to quick pitch Reynolds. Have to wait till he makes contact or eye contact. Which, of course, that is something that Ashcraft, he's kind of caused hitters to really be frustrated with him because he starts really early. As here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. But he's not warned, though. That's the thing. I guess he's doing it as soon as the batter does make eye contact, and I guess that is not cool with the umpire. 0-1 to Reynolds. Reynolds changing his batting stance today. The pitch, and that's in there, and it's 0-2. 91 of the changeup. Yeah, just caught the strike zone there, Brian. Brian, of course, in a slump. He hit a ball that struck the home plate. Called me out. Yeah, the umpires in Little League or something else. But then again, the fans and the parents, they're also horrible as well. Genuinely, I don't know. I just the baseball atmosphere, or as far as for kids and even high school level, it's just pretty gross. The 0-2, and that's fouled back. Because every parent or everyone just thinks their kid's a superstar, and of course they're not saying that they're not, but it's just weird. Just a weird atmosphere. Pirates beat May 6-2 in May. There we go. Hopefully that can happen here. We'll see. Again, the Pirates offense struggling. The 0-2, and that's fouled back. Let's go, Miss Donna. Lunch. Let's go, Pirates. Jim Rooker was a very good Pirate pitcher from the 70s who just lost his stuff and was out of baseball very quickly. I don't think that'll happen. It looks like Murphy's calling for time or having some issue. What the heck? Coach Murphy is out on the field asking some things. He doesn't seem pretty happy. I mean, normally pretty chill every time I see a Brewers game, but he is... Greg Brown not sure what happened. Interesting. Well, hey. Looks like they called a... Well, I don't know. I guess they called a balk because Mangum's at second. May looks over at second. So Mangum in scoring position. Here's the pitch. And that's tapped foul. And it's still 0-2. Pardon me. It's our season over. It is not... Whole team is in a slump. That is true. Panthers cards 8 o'clock. Yes, trust me, I know. I am very much keeping up to date with the NFL. Let's go on, Renee. Welcome on in. Parents need to let their kids play sports and have fun, not live vicariously through them. Yep. Here's the 0-2, and that's fouled back. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on Yeah, I mean, I guess so, yeah. I don't know, my dad was pretty tough, and I don't look back at it with any, negativity. He's just very passionate. Trisk is a very passionate individual, but he never really, was berating others or, aggressive like that. That is a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So back-to-back strikeouts for May. That'll bring up Endy Rodriguez, batting .269, OPS of 856, 7 homers, 20 RBIs. But yeah, a lot of people just take it way too far. I will agree there. Let's go on, Jeff. Welcome on in. Here's the pitch to Endy, and Endy fouls this back 0-1. Season's not over. Yeah, 47 games left. They need to start playing over 500 ball, though. They do. O'Neill's eligible to come back. I think it is the 7th or 8th. Yeah, this weekend, but I don't know if we'll see him back. I'm hoping the Miami series next week. We'll see. That would be a pleasant surprise, though, this weekend. 0-1 to Endy. Runner on second, the pitch. That misses upstairs. 101, 97 on the fastball. Thank you again for the sub. Yeah, Michael, I hear you. 101 counts. Mangum taking a small lead at second. Looks back at Mangum. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 98. Throw back to second. And oh, it hits Mangum. Almost got Mangum. Pretty nice throw, honestly, nice decision by Sanchez. But kind of a messy situation back there. Mangum, yeah, almost caught in between. And honestly, just not a good grab by Pratt. Oh, man, Pratt had it, and then Mangum jarred the ball loose. That is an incomplete pass. I was going, bravo. No classes, I'm just sitting around grading papers. Excellent, very excellent there, bravo. How many pitches so far? 22 pitches there, Chief. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. May striking out the last 3 batters. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 in Milwaukee. Here is the lineup for the Brewers. It'll be Bryce Terang at second, Jackson Chourio in left, Garrett Mitchell in center, Andrew Vaughn at first, Christian Yelich is DHing, Luis Lara is in right, Gary Sanchez at catcher, David Hamilton at third, Cooper Pratt at short. Best thing about slumps is at the end. Yeah, hopefully soon. What happened to Cruz? It was a hand in Atlanta. Thank you, Mads. Appreciate it for the 200 joules. W's for Mads. You guys lost. Yeah, I did not know that, Jonathan. Thank you for the breaking news. He was cleared a week ago, but they put him on the wrong DL. I don't know about that. I think it's always been August 8th. Lineup should feast on righties. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure, again, to hit the like button. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. It is free. We are at 52 likes. Trying to get to 150. Again, day games don't usually get to 200. But we'll stick with the 150. We'll see if that continues. Thinking Pickett goes off tonight? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's preseason. Preseason, you just don't know. It would be cool, but... Oh, Pickett. I am pulling for him, though. Hopefully he has a good showing. What did Jules do? I got him for free. It's like a currency. You get like 1,000. Everyone gets 1,000. Send them out, and then after that, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if you're on Twitch, but it's kind of like the Twitch little bits that they have there. It's kind of the same thing. YouTube is trying to get extra money, essentially, as that's fired in there, and it's 0-1. This is Bryce Terang, batting .266, OPS of .814, 16 homers, and 69 RBIs on the season. Here's the 0-1 from Ashcraft. That's a breaking ball in there, 0-2. Again, Ashcraft in his last 7 starts, 5.89 ERA, but a 5-1 record. Overall, though, 3.96 ERA, an 11-4 record. The 0-2. That misses inside 1-2. Thank you again for this sub. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. The 1-2. That misses upstairs. 2-2. 98 on the fastball. Again, Ashcraft's last performance went 5 innings. Only allowed 1 earned. Again, only 69 pitches in that outing. It was pulled because of the rain. So that's off the plate. 3-2. The rain delay there in Cincinnati. He was cooking. I think it will definitely go off since it doesn't count for anything. Yeah, I guess so. Here's the 3-2. That is skied to shallow left in foul territory. Gonzalez makes the catch right on the foul line for out number 1. He is the greatest preseason quarterback of all time. That is true. All right, that'll bring up Jackson Chourio batting .276, OPS of .795, 14 homers and 44 RBIs. You're on kick. Oh, I gotcha. No, you're good, Mads. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. W's for Anthony. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't really push for all that stuff, because that's upstairs bowl 1. It's just so awkward. Not really something I desire. I'd like to make most of my money from YouTube, and then, you know, in the future, potentially sponsorships. I just don't really know. Again, not really at that point in my YouTube career, as that's in there 1-1. Just started, essentially. 17 months now, I think. I don't know. Here's the 1-1. That is in there, and it's 1-2. 97 on the fastball. Hall of Fame game is today. Yes, sir. 1-2 to Chourio. The pitch. That's a slider down and away. 2-2. Ashcraft has a really good slider, in my opinion. And he goes down and away. Usually gets people to chase good eye by Chourio. 2-2. Ashcraft readies, begins the windup. Here is the pitch, as that is sent out to right field, right center field. Mangum's back at the wall, leaping. That ball is gone. Chourio with home run number 15 on the season. Mangum with a good effort, almost had it too, almost brought it back. 388 feet. As the Brewers take an early 1-0 lead. Wrap him in foil with butter and bacon. I was thinking about that, DJ, you never bring up how... DJ, you always used to bring up how your wife kicked you out of the house and would tell the chat what you were cooking, and I missed that. I haven't heard that in forever. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back 0-1. Missed it. Missed it. Thank you, DJ. That sounds fantastic. See, I feel like everything's good now. 0-1 counts. Ashcraft readies, rocks, and delivers, and that's going to be foul back 0-2. 98 on the fastball. No problem. Punch. Yeah, very much a big oof there, Kurt. 0-2 to Mitchell. The pitch. Breaking ball just outside 1-2. Mindful wall jump for it. He almost had it, too. He was climbing the wall and everything. The 1-2, and that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good bounce back there facing Mitchell. 2 away, and that'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, batting .300, OPS of .874, 5 homers and 32 RBIs. Hopefully Ashcraft doesn't let that bother him. Seems to be more composed than the other pitchers, but again, as of late, has struggled, as that's right down the middle. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 97 on the fastball. The 0-1 breaking ball in there. 0-2. That was a hanging curveball. Get some more water. 0-2 count to Vaughn. The pitch. That's fouled back. Fastball at 98. Vendors went crazy stocking those. That is, yeah. It's a shame. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. It's 1-2. Going to a Thai restaurant. Yeah, I'm not really into Asian food as much. My wife loves it. Loves it. I'm just... I'll eat it every now and then. 1-2. The pitch. And that's tapped. Foul. I'll do it again. Mangum is kind of short. He's like 5'8", 5'9". Ashcraft at 20 pitches. Ashcraft sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ashcraft with 2 strikeouts. So, of course, Jackson Chourio with the solo shots. And that is the difference in the game. We go to the top of the second. Brewers leading 1-0 over the Pirates. Due up for the Pirates will be Spencer Horwitz, Nick Gonzalez, and Ronnie Simon. Yeah, definitely unfortunate. Chourio sending him, taking him deep there. All right, the Angels 3, Orioles 1, Reds 5, A's 3, Mets 6, Indians 2, and the Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. That is it. Nothing else really happened. That's a one-off there. Blue Jays, Cubs. All right, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to sub to the channel. It is free. Free. Again, we're just trying to grow the channel even more. There's a chance we get to 11,000 by the start of the NFL season. Don't forget to sub to the channel. Again, NFL. This is an NFL channel, believe it or not. A lot of NFL is covered here. Do you cover this team? Yes. Do I cover that team? Yes. Yes, I do. Thank you again for the sub. Again, 5 games at minimum for the NFL a week. That is 10 NFL teams a week. Yes, every Steelers game is covered for those wondering. But again, we have 9 other teams that we will cover as well every single week. Last year, the only team that was only covered once was the Titans, and well, I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you don't have to think about why. You for or against what the Dodgers are doing? Does it lead to a cap? I'm against what they're. I mean, they're taking advantage of what's happening. I mean, they have the money, they'll do it. But again, I think the system is wrong, and I am for a cap, and I hope it does happen. Ozuna has been pretty bad there, Mount Rushmore. He just got released. Yeah, Russell Dennis. Yeah, just got released. All right, we are ready as May begins the windup. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball in there, 0-1. Horwitz batting .270, OPS of .813, 10 homers, 36 RBIs. Yeah, Ozuna was a massive disappointment for the Pirates this season. 0-1. May sets and delivers. That's upstairs, 1-1. 93 on the cutter. Thank you, Miss Don. Appreciate it. Didn't hit good for the Braves. Yep, not for us. Well, last year, you have an OPS of just north of 700. He was actually trending downward. 1-1 to Horwitz, as Horwitz sends this to left field. Chario's backing up and makes the catch just shy of the warning track for out number 1. And that'll bring up Speedy Gonzalez. He's batting .306, OPS of .756, 6 homers and 50 RBIs. What are the Steelers going to place in the division? I mean, hey, anywhere from 1 to 3. Again, I can't reveal any of my picks. I'm under oath to not reveal anything like that until August 31st. As May sets and delivers. That's inside, ball 1. Almost hits him. Surprised it didn't, to be honest with you. That was tailing in. A lot of movement on that. Guess that was a 2-seamer or a sinker. Oh, yeah, no problem. Appreciate your reel. Thank you very much for hanging out. 1-0 to Gonzalez. May sets and delivers. Checks his swing. That's down and away. 2-0. 94 in the cutter. Yeah, we need something, Robert. We need to hoist some cones because the Pirates, again, just have went cold at the plate, and this is now almost 3 weeks. 2-0. The pitch. That's inside, 3-0. May all of a sudden kind of wild here, just facing Gonzalez. And was struck out Lau, Reynolds, and Rodriguez back to back to end the first inning. 3-0 to Gonzalez. The pitch. And that's in there, 3-1, 97. Registering on the radar gun. What's going on, Lamar? Appreciate you, man. 3-1. May rocks and delivers. Swing and a miss. 3-2, 94 in the cutter. Yes, I'll be here tonight, Scott. Appreciate you for the sub. Thank you very much. At 6:20, 3-2 counts. May readies, kicks, and delivers. Oh, and it hits him. Yeah, I mean, he was almost hit twice. Kind of bizarre that he wasn't hit. There he is, getting plunked. And, of course, that was not on purpose. And the Pirates, of course, know that. Now, other teams, of course, if they get hit, they will react pretty violently, specifically a team in Ohio. All right, that'll bring up Ronnie Simon. Simon made his 2026 debut yesterday. He was walked. That was pretty much it. He is 0 for 1 with the walk in 2026. May readies. Looks over at first. Looks over again. The pitch. And that's downstairs, ball 1. Mason Rudolph any good? I don't think so, but there are Steelers fans that do like him a lot. I do not. Not a fan. Not a fan. I was a Duck Hodges guy in 2019. Runner on first, 1 out, the pitch, as that is fouled back 1-1. 93 on the cutter. Highest average, I think. Probably Otto Lopez from Miami, if I had to guess. Maybe Luis Arias from Philadelphia. As Simon fouls this back 1-2. That was inside as well. I don't know how he got a piece of that. 1-2 counts. One and two. Gonzalez taking a very short lead. Now kind of extending it a little bit more. 1-2 to Simon May. Readies. Kicks and delivers as that's sent. Oh, to second. Terang throws back to first. What a play by Terang. Leaping grab. Catching Gonzalez in the middle. Throwing to first. That's a double play. Lining into a double play. Feel like it happens way too much to the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the second. Brewers 1, Pirates nothing. Terang has made some great plays this series. Oh my goodness. Due up for the Brewers will be Christian Yelich, Luis Lara, and Gary Sanchez. No, I hear you, Dennis. I definitely, yeah, I think over 500, I think I'll be pretty happy. But yeah, the playoffs, it'd be nice. I really want them to. It just would be very, I don't know. It's just frustrating because, again, so many games that the bullpen and the management kind of threw away in the early season. That's probably what's going to keep us out. What a play. Yep. Nicky G gives me Freddie. Yeah, I've compared him to Freddie Sanchez, especially this year. Yeah, I know it's a tough one, Robert. Magic really happy. Terang is really good. Really good. Could really use this victory. Could, KC. I hope we do. I hope we do. Again, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. We're at 75 likes, trying to get to 150. Again, likes just push out the stream to more potential viewers trying to catch the game. That's all it does. More Pirate fans, Brewer fans, or just baseball fans in general. Make sure, again, to hit that like button. Helps us out on the channel, trying to grow the audience. Appreciate you, Hilo, for hanging out. Or Hilo. Playoffs, yeah, we'll play it.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
And at this point, yes, I'm just hoping we can win a game. Jonnu Smith, he is not on the Steelers. I don't think so. No, he's done. He's done. So, Glock, welcome on in. Appreciate you for the sub at 621, as that's a breaking ball just outside. Maybe called a strike, maybe not. If it were a robo-ump. 1-0. As this is, again, is Yelich is batting .234. That's foul back 101. OPS of 694. 7 homers and 38 RBI. Showing the previous play. A leaping grab. Terang really got airborne for that. I mean, that's unbelievable. What a play. Terang has made some nice plays. Made plenty of plays yesterday. As that's inside, called a strike. 1-2. And May was really hyped about that. The play by Terang. 1-2 to Yelich. As that's hit foul. Still 1-2. When are the Pirates going to start hitting? I have no idea. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Because they have just went quiet. That misses way inside. 2-2. Almost hits Yelich in the knee. 2-2. Hilo, gotcha. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just hanging out. Thank you again, Jeff. Appreciate it. Here's the 2-2, and that is fouled back. Again, positive with again. You can't say you should have sold. If you're saying they should have sold, you're just not. I'm sorry. That's just a stupid take. I don't know what else to say. That's a ground ball to second. Throws to first for out number 1. I don't know. It genuinely just infuriates me to see that. And it's not just you. I've seen other people say it. It's just stupid. I mean, I try to be nice, but that's just stupid. Selling for a future that never shows is just, it's just a stupid take. I'm sorry. That'll bring up Luis Lores, batting .236, OPS of 712, no homers and 11 RBIs. It just, oh my gosh, nothing gets under my skin when it comes to baseball and seeing that. That's in their 0-1. Even if the Pirates don't make the playoffs, like, okay, well, they're not going to make the playoffs for a few years from now. It's just, like, when are they going to make it? Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs 1-1 to Lara. Yeah, you hope that they, the youth can progress and all that, but with the Pirates, it doesn't happen. And if it happens, it's great, but you have a chance this year. You go in when you have a chance, as that's in there 1-2. Lara didn't like the call. One and two counts. Let's go in, Kitty. Welcome on in. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good stuff by Ashcraft, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez, batting .214, OPS of 798, homers, 26 RBIs. Yeah, appreciate you, Casey. I know we're not paying, but like, so what are we going to get for Lau? Nothing. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Strike one. I mean, it's not. Why are we thinking about 2027 or 2028? I don't even know why it's even a. Like, who cares? Here's the 0-1. That's a jammer to short. Gonzalez with it. Throws to first. And a nice play by Jacob Gonzalez for out number 3. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Milwaukee over Pittsburgh. All right, two up for the Pirates will be Jacob Gonzalez, Henry Davis, and Jake Mangum. Maskin went for 40 years. Again, Glock, I mean, I know you're one that has mentioned this to sell, but I mean, again, it's just like, okay, well, so we have a chance this year, so you buy. If we sell for 40, I mean, we've been selling forever, and it never works out. Why? So it's weird because now Glock and Positive seem to be really worried about Nutting's pockets all of a sudden. That's really weird. Why are you worried about Bob Nutting and his spending? That is pretty wild. You hate the guy, but now you're worried. I don't know. I don't want to cash this check. Now you guys don't want to cash the checks now. Okay, it's interesting. Very interesting. That is CTE. That is Antonio Brown. All right, Reds 5, A's 3, A's 4, Orioles 1, Mets 6, Indians 5, Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing. But yes, trading Brandon Lau is going to help us out. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I genuinely just, again, I can't understand it. I can't understand it. Help me understand. Help me understand trading away your good players for people that might be all right at best. It's never worked out. It hasn't. I've been selling since the 90s. Yeah. Try to buy and try to win. Exactly. We have a chance. If we were 20 games below 500, understood. I kind of understand that. Yeah, it's over. You're not going to make up 20 games. But you're right there. I mean, at least give me a chance. And if we don't make it, we don't make it. You'll probably say, I told you so. I'm like, okay, congratulations. You and alongside 99% of people picked the Pirates to miss the playoffs. Congratulations. Let me guess, you picked the USA to not win the World Cup too. Like, what are you doing? All right, May's on the mound. I'm getting riled up here in the top of the third. Here is Jacob Gonzalez, the pitch, and that's outside, ball 1. Jacob Gonzalez batting .235, OPS of 651, 5 homers and 24 RBIs. 1-0 count to Gonzalez. May readies. He rocks. He fires as Gonzalez hits this foul, and it's 1-1. You'll get a compensation pick. So you're going to get your prospect that you really want eventually anyway. 1-1 count. May sets and delivers. That's a half-hearted swing there by Gonzalez. 1-2. How's it going, Denny? Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm getting riled up here. Appreciate you, man. Mr. Burns, good to see you. Let's go, Bucks. 1-2 to Gonzalez. He begins his windup. This is pitch number 40, the pitch. And that's a grounder to second. Trang with nice range. Just throws to first. Trang is really impressive. Really good at the plates. Much better at defense. And that'll bring up Henry Davis, batting 173, OPS of 591, 8 homers, 30 RBIs. Rather try and miss the playoffs than doing the same thing over and over again. Exactly. Appreciate you, CB, for hanging out. May kicks and delivers. That's downstairs, ball one. Henry Davis, of course, again, we all know his struggles. Tries to kill everything. Pulls it foul, usually. Every now and then, you'll see something pretty nice from Henry Davis. Says, here's the 1-0. As Davis sends this to a left center field. That is going to be a nice running catch by Mitchell for out number 2. Again, hit very well. 109 off the bat. Again, just killing the ball. Just cannot find a gap, a proper gap. All right, that'll bring up Jake Mangum, who walked in his first appearance. Let's go, Nate. Welcome on in. Yeah, hopefully, again, the lineup can just figure it out. Okay, sets and fires. Breaking ball downstairs, ball one. Fresh cut. Yeah, a few days ago. Appreciate you, Cole. Not really the best cut, but, you know, it'll work for now. 1-0. The pitch. That's a ground ball to first. Vaughn will take it himself for out number 3. The inning is quickly over. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Brewers 1, Pirates nothing. Do it for the Brewers will be David Hamilton, Cooper Pratt, and Bryce Terang. All right, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to get to 150 likes. We're at 94. Hold on one second. I do apologize for that. Actually, I'll go ahead and show the NL wild card. You guys can look at that for a sec. All right. We have a meeting tomorrow at lunchtime. All right. DJ, I'm a Steeler fan, bro. Like, Steelers are one of the most hated teams. Most loved teams and also hated teams. Yeah, again, the Chiefs, again, the only reason you're hated is because of the recent success. But as soon as, it's like the Patriots. The Chiefs are essentially the Patriots. So if you hated the Patriots, you would understand why teams hate your team. So, like I said, whenever the Chiefs are back in irrelevancy, it's going to be fun. It'll be good. And then a few years later, we'll back you off. We're going to back off after a few years, but not now. Not now. Starting my student-teacher internship in a couple of weeks for the fall semester. Got to intern in a top 7 school in the county I live in. That's pretty cool, CB. Good stuff. Congrats. Any new graphics? Yes. Yes, I'll debut a little bit, kind of a sneak peek tonight. Of course, there's really no stats to really, go over, right? But I'll have like the stats from last season up. So that's in there 0-1. I can't show the standings yet because I kind of am. I guess I could. I guess I can do a little bit of work in between. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So that's going to be upstairs 1-1. But I have a whole new standings graphic. I really like it. The playoff picture one I like a lot. But, of course, that won't be debuted till, like, October or November, so. But, anywho, yeah, Hamilton's at the plate. 1-1 count. Ashcraft at 36 innings pitched. As here is the delivery. That's off the plate. 2-1, 90 on the splitter. Chiefs won 7. They won 7 games. They'll be fine. The Chiefs will probably be back, but again, I think their time of dominance is it's over. So that's going to be just outside 3-1. Should have been a strike. Umpires again, the series really since the All-Star break have also been horrible. Here's the 3-1. That's off the plate, ball 4, as Ashcraft is really upset with himself. I don't know, maybe there's a coincidence, you know, the umpires just being so bad, coinciding with the Pirates offense. They're showing again that strike call, or, you know, the lack of strike call. So, anywho, it'll be Cooper Pratt, runner on first, nobody out, batting .286, OPS of .753, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and that's in there, 0-1, 95 on the sinker. On 1 count. Ashcraft readies. He sets, he delivers. That's inside, 1-1. They didn't want, I mean, they might have won 6. I don't know, 6. It's not something really get bent out of shape over. 6-11, 7-10. Yeah, I mean, again, they are trending down, but they'll probably be fine this year. I do expect them to be anyway, as that's in there. Throws to second, and he is safe. Hamilton sliding in and putting himself in scoring position. So 1-2 to Hamilton. And Endy's throws yesterday were just so bad. This one, not exactly on target, but it was at least there. Lau didn't have to make a diving stop to keep it in front of him. And actually, I don't know what happened there, but looks like Cooper Pratt, he's limping. That's a little odd. I don't know what happened during the at-bat. They may show a replay, or hopefully they do, but all of a sudden Cooper is shaking his right leg. He's favoring it. Well, that's pretty crazy, because yeah, nothing really happened during the, at least, you know, it was a simple pitch. Didn't really do anything, and Davis throw down a second. Again, Pratt is at the plate. Pratt wasn't the one taking a base. They didn't win them as much as the other teams lost them, yeah. I don't know. I mean, the Chiefs will probably, that's what I'm thinking anyway. They'll trend a little bit better, but I think, again, their years of dominance, I would say that is over. But yeah, if Mahomes does find himself in the Super Bowl, I will probably lose my mind. 1-2 count to Pratt. Ashcraft readies and delivers way outside the ball. Gets behind Davis. And now Hamilton is at third. Not trending well here for the Pirates. It's going to be 2-2. Oh, Davis, I feel like could have had that too. That was, I think he over-exaggerated how far away that really was. All right, well, the Brewers again, a run just 90 feet away. Infield is in, 2-2 counts. The pitch, and that is sent to right. On the run is Simon. That is a foul ball. We'll do it again at 2-2. He's been injured for a week. Really, Cooper, interesting. He's playing through it, playing pretty well. At least the numbers-wise would indicate. Yeah, I don't know about that, DJ. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I will not prepare. Like I said, I doubt it's 2-2. Ashcraft readies, kicks, and delivers. That is popped up, but that is out of play. Still 2-2. Andy Reid will always do well. He's too good. Unfortunately, all the parts will fall off the car halfway up the road. Well, I hope so. But yeah, I mean, As long as you have Andy Reid and Mahomes, you have a chance, but the team itself isn't all that great. And Mahomes, again, he's been kind of dipping in quality the past few years. Here's the 2-2 to Pratt as Pratt sends this to right. That should be deep enough to score the run. Simon makes the catch. Yeets it to the plates, and he is safe. Throw not in time, so that is a sacrifice fly as the Brewers take a 2-0 lead over Pittsburgh. And that'll bring up Bryce Trang, who's 0 for 1. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Kelsey, Rice, Worthy, bunch of superstars. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Rice again. I mean, is he going to get himself arrested again? Is Worthy going to stay healthy? As that's a ground ball to second. Lau gathers and throws to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Jackson Chourio, who hit the home run in the first. Got the scoring going. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate it. Chourio with an OPS of 808. Here's the pitch, and that catches the inside corner. Chourio does not like the call, but it was indeed a strike. He is allowed a challenge. Appreciate you, Bobs, for hanging out. Yep, the Brewers looking pretty good as of now. Here's the 0-1. That's a ground ball to second. Lau with it, has it, drops the ball, picks it up, throws to first for out number 3. He recovers in time. We go to the top of the 4th. Brewers 2, Pirates nothing. 2 up for the Pirates will be Brian Reynolds, Endy Rodriguez, and Spencer Horwitz. Hopefully the lineup can get it going. Let's go on back road. Welcome on in. Afternoon. How about Aaron Donald's tryout? I mean, it's neat. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. He's taken 3 years off. It'll be something. Thank you again for the sub. It'll be interesting. I don't know. The Rams are pretty much going to be the favorites. Say your TV's ahead of Doc. Yeah, I think. I think I forgot to do the latency thing, and that's fine. Okay, I'll just have to answer back to the plans later. Yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. And I'll be back tonight for the Hall of Fame game. Again, not really going to be a serious call, but we'll still, of course, have a pretty good time talking football. Again, I can't reveal any predictions, so I do apologize for that. But the reason why, of course, I'll be having a show, the debut of the Delay and Rhino Breakdown, August 31st, where we'll go over all that. It's going to be like a 3-hour show. That'll probably be technically, it's going to be probably the most boring show because there won't be really much back and forth. But we'll just be going over our predictions and all that. And then, of course, week to week, we'll have a show on Tuesday nights where we'll have like a back and forth. That'll be pretty fun. So hopefully I will see you guys there. And thank you for the sub. And if not, that's okay. Again, it's a preseason game. Not really a big deal. But all right, we'll see if the Pirates offense can get something going. It would be very nice to see. As this is, pardon me, it's Brandon Lau at the plate. I did write down the wrong thing for last inning there. As Lau takes a pitch in there, 0-1. Lau struck out looking in his first appearance. So it's Lau, Reynolds, and Rodriguez due up. 0-1. Here is the pitch. That's in the dirt. 1-1. 87 on the changeup. I can show it soon, Alex. Yeah, why not? Here's again the wild card standings. Pirates again, 4.5 back. Just again, not good, but still doable. But they need to start winning. Need to start getting that offense back on track. The 1-1. That's off the plate. 2-1. Santana is a D-back. That's wild. He has not made his picks yet. I've already made them. I made them back in late July. Braves released McCutchen. Yeah, maybe McCutchen can help out the Pirates. 2-1. May Reddies rocks and fires. That's fouled back 2-2. Appreciate it, Robert. Again, I don't want to. It's not going to be like I myself am not going to be, in broadcaster mode. I'll be broadcasting. I'll be calling it play-by-play, of course, but it's not going to be as exciting of a call as the regular season. I just, again, myself, I like it, but it's not the same. 2-2. May sets and delivers as Lau sends this to left center field. Backing up is Mitchell. Mitchell sees that ball go over the wall. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Brandon Lau with the Lau Pow. 24th home run of the season as the Pirates get a run back. It is 2-1. Good to see that. Again, this guy at one point was on track for 40 home runs. Now we'll see if he even gets 30. That is a good see. Again, opposite field as well, left center. And that is a fastball right down the middle. May made a mistake. And that'll bring up Brian Reynolds. Struck out in his first appearance. We'll see if that gets us going. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside. Checked his swing. Did he go? He went. Strike one. Still time. There is. Let's go. Appreciate you, Zay, for hanging out. Let's go with Theo. Yeah, the Pirates are not looking good. 1-1 count. May sets and delivers. That's downstairs 1-1. I am pumped. Again, you're not going to know people, and it's not just you, DJ. Everyone's like, oh, I'm excited for the NFL. Okay, watch the first 5 minutes of the game, and then tell me you are not ready for this game to be like, okay, well, it's not the NFL. Like, you're just, like, no, you're not going to lie to me and tell me that you're so excited. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. 2-1. Real football fans are happy preseason's here, but we're still just ready for regular season. Like, this is not the same. It's not even close. No one, you're not going to lie to me and tell me that it's the same type of atmosphere. It's not. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike two. Someone the other night said the same. I'm like, no, you're not about to do that. You're not about to make me see, oh, you don't like the NFL. No. That is no. No. 2-2 to Reynolds. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. May readies as he rocks and fires as that's fouled back, and it's still 2-2. Wham, they should be able to hit May. St. Louis Castaway, I know. We'll see, AJ. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $5 super chats. Appreciate it. Let's go, Bucks, man. Let's get it. We need this offense to get it going, man. 2-2. Here is the pitch. Way upstairs, 3-2 to Brian Reynolds. Magic Man, I talked to Rhino last night about a plethora of things, and QBR was brought up, and he actually had me. I was so upset. He got me so upset last night. I was just chill, of course, just composed, but oh my gosh, he was rage baiting me. He was trolling me so hard. Oh my gosh. I was just 3-2 count to Reynolds. As May sets, he rocks and fires. That's way upstairs. Ball 4. So Reynolds draws a walk. You have to wonder if the home run surrendered is maybe rattling May a little bit, but we shall see how he faces Endy Rodriguez, who he did strike out in his first appearance. I got you, DJ. I got you. Not going to lose sleep over a loss. Yeah, no, for sure. That's why you listen to the game, not watch it. Gotcha. I appreciate it, CB. Yeah, we'll see. Again, I don't know. I'll try to make it interesting, but like, I don't know. It's just like I see it as the UFL. Like, even then, I don't even know if I see it that highly, to be honest. May readies, looks over at first. He kicks and delivers. That's in there. 0-1. 92 on the cutter to Endy Rodriguez. Dustin Spears pretty long. I would say it is. 0-1 count to Endy Rodriguez. Runner on first, nobody out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two, 93 on the cutter. I was going pokey. Yeah, sorry. I was just I'm being gaslit into being, you know, I don't know. I can't. I love football. I love it. I love it. I love football. I love football. But no one's about to tell me preseason is like you're excited for it. You can't tell me that. Not about to. Watch the entire game. Do it. 0-2 the pitch, and that's downstairs 1-2. It's 1-2. Guess I am. I don't know. I just see a lot of CTE. I get triggered by it. You know, it's only so much I can do. Only so much I can. I guess I'm surrounded by CTE on here. I don't know. Anyway, here's the 1-2, and that's inside. Almost got Rodriguez swing. Appeal down to third, did not. 2-2. Horwitz is playing. Yes, he is playing. He's actually due up next. QBRs for guys that don't win. That is actually a point I made last night. Here's the 2-2, as that is a grounder foul, and I'm sure we'll bring it up. But Rhino was saying, look, I don't care. Like, essentially, he was saying as long as the quarterback makes the right read, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter. Like he was pretty much saying, like I was saying, winning is what matters. You got to do what you got to do to win. Here's the 2-2 as Rodriguez sends this up the middle. That is a base hit. Reynolds may stay at second. I think he will, yes. So runners at first. I'll save that for tonight. So runners on first and second for the Pirates, as they have a runner in scoring position. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz, who flew out in his first appearance. Griffins return again September there. Let's go, Drago. Welcome on in, CD. Appreciate you for hanging out. Hopefully, Horwitz RBI would be nice. But yes, runners on first and second, nobody out for Spencer Horwitz. May looks back. He delivers as Horwitz sends this to center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Rodriguez going to third. Throw to third. Rodriguez is out. That's a nice throw, but he does bring in another run. Horwitz with an RBI single. CD called it. Hoist the cone. The Pirates have tied it up. It is 2-2 in Milwaukee. Sending it to center. Kind of a lot of slice on that ball. It sliced down. Kind of jammed him. But it'll work. It will work. That is over Terang. Terang, again, has been so good. And a nice play by Mitchell. Not going to the plate. Ended up getting the easier throw at third. So runner at first, one out. This is Speedy Gonzalez, and Gonzalez sends this to left field. Chorio's making his way in and makes the catch. Gonzalez is out. And that'll bring up Ronnie Simon, who lined into a double play in his first appearance. Let's go, Bucks. No, you're good, Denny. Yeah, no, it's good. Something I can bring up tonight. All right, so runner on first, two outs. May readies. May sets and delivers way upstairs. Ball one. 95 on the fastball. May at 65 pitches. Here with two outs in the fourth inning. Getting throw out there was a huge blunder. Yeah. Got a little greedy. I think he expected to throw home. So that's outside 2-0. And Sanchez going to challenge. Sanchez will lose the challenge. That is good for the Pirates. Of course, that'll mean the Brewers might be a little cautious for the remainder of the game, as they'll be down to one challenge. So that'll work. 2-0 counts. Orange cone, it's just it's what we do when we score a run. We hoist the cone. 2-0 count to Ronnie Simon. May sets and delivers as Simon sends this to center field. Mitchell is already under it and makes the catch for out number 3. The inning is over, but the Pirates battle back and get 2 runs. thanks to a Lau Pal and an RBI single from Spencer Horwitz. 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Due up for the Brewers will be Garrett Mitchell, Andrew Vaughn, and Christian Yelich. Simon's been tearing it up in AAA. Yeah, he had been. But definitely, again, just the Pirates are beat up. That's what it is. Pirates feast on May. Yeah, hopefully that continues there in the fifth. Hopefully it does. We'll see. Oh, the dang feed. It's been happening a lot lately. Freezes. As soon as I back out, though, then I'm good. Folks, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Again, we're trying to get to 150 likes. We're at 127. Very much doable. 200 is a maybe. We'll see. But make sure again to leave a like. Again, it just pushes out the stream to more and more potential viewers. More Pirate fans, Brewer fans, sports fans, baseball fans, whatever. That's all it does. So make sure to hit that like button as we're trying to grow the channel even more. Again, trying to get to maybe, again, there's a chance we get to 11,000 by the time the NFL season is here. We shall see. We shall see how it goes. Yeah, I understand, Padre. It's tough. Again, it's just it was a mistake that the Fanatics made. They said hoist the color or hoist the cone instead of hoist the colors, and the Pirates just went with it. It's just a little fun thing that the players are doing. Yeah, simulation's on time. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit behind, but hey, that's fine. Or no, I think that's behind. But yeah, it's been pretty weird as Ashcraft fires that in there. It's 0-1. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's right there. All right, but anyway, it's Mitchell. Mitchell struck out in his first appearance. Ashcraft at 50 pitches to start the fourth. Here's the 0-1. That's downstairs 1-1. 89 on the slider. Here's the 1-1 as Mitchell fouls it back 1-2. 96 on the fastball. Again, if you're just tuning in, Brewers leading, or pardon me, tied up Brewers and Pirates 2-2. The Brewers got out to a 2-0 lead. Churio with a solo shot, and then Pratt with a sacrifice fly. As here's the 1-2 to Mitchell. That's inside 2-2. And of course, the Pirates in the top of the fourth. A Brandon Lau solo shot and a Spencer Horwitz RBI. We'll see if the Pirates can get the offense back on track. Ground ball up right up to Ashcraft, who tosses to first for out number one. Nice play by Ashcraft, reaching out and snagging it. Good play. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 1 in this one. Tell me tonight, probably the betting if I had to guess. Here's the pitch. That misses inside, ball one. 83 on the curve. 55 pitches. He might go 6 maybe. Yeah, it could be. Definitely needs to be quick. 1-0 to Vaughn. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 89 on the slider. 1-1 to Vaughn, who does ask for time. Ashcraft readies. He kicks. He delivers. That's a ground ball to short. Gonzalez with it. Throws to first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich, who grounded out in his first appearance. They're showing off the Brandon Lau home run earlier. And then also in 2020 of Game 2 of the World Series, which is also went left. So apparently it's home runs opposite field against May. Here's the pitch to Yelich. That's inside, ball 1. Dodgers are on a free fall right now. They might miss the playoffs this year. Okay, all right. Flat Earth, come on. Come on. Can't be saying that. Can't be saying that. 1-0 to Yelich. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 98 on the sinker. It'd be nice. I'm not going to say I don't want that to happen. I just, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Here's the 1-1 to Yelich. That's downstairs 2-1. You never know. I don't know. I think we know. 2-1 counts. Ashcraft rocks and delivers. That's a tapper up the middle. Gonzalez, nice play. Throws to first for number 3. Gonzalez with some nice plays. I don't know. Maybe they're probably simple plays, but the Pirates defense hasn't been all that great this year, so it looks great to me. But we go to the top of the 5th, 2-2 in Milwaukee. 2 up for the Pirates will be Jacob Gonzalez, Henry Davis, and Jake Mangum. Go Pitt. Thank you very much, Drago. Appreciate it. Dodgers behind the Brewers. Yeah, they are. Yes, that is very much true. But I'm not gonna miss the playoffs. I mean, that's no. That a lot of crazy stuff would have to happen, but it would be awesome. It would be awesome there. How's it going, Ultimate? Appreciate you for hanging out. Hopefully, all is well with you. He thinks it'll be Braves and Rays. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Rays are pretty good. I don't buy the Braves. I don't know. Again, I really thinking it's Brewers or Cubs. I mean, they will have the best chance to knock out the Dodgers. I think it's going to be the Brewers, Cubs, or Dodgers. The Braves, I would say, are probably my fourth pick. I don't think the D-backs can make it. The Phillies cannot. Marlins, no. Padres, no. Well, the Padres hitting, they're starting to come around, so maybe. But and I still think the Pirates, if they get their offense back, I do think they can do something. But I don't know. It's just so frustrating because, I mean, you know, whoever the 3rd seed is, if the Pirates get in as a 6, you know they'd rather face anyone else. If the Pirates are hot, they can make it happen. But it is what it is. Then as far as the American League, yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably the Rays. I mean, Rays are the Red Sox. Everyone else is beatable. Like, the AL is just so bad. Like, it's actually crazy how the AL is so inferior. All right, we are back. That'll be Jacob Gonzalez at the plate, and now there's a little bit of a delay. The umpire, I don't know, the umpire saying it was on him. But Gonzalez is 0 for 1. As May readies, he kicks, he deals. That's a fastball in there, 0-1. Thank you very much, Strago. Appreciate it. Red Sox Cubbies, I mean, that'd be interesting. Kind of a toxic World Series there. 0-1 counts. May begins the windup. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Gonzalez chasing upstairs. 0-2 counts. Just don't think the Pirates can stop anyone. Yeah, I mean, again, they're pitching. I don't know. I like to think their pitching is going to get a little bit better, but the only thing now is we're kind of waiting for the offense to get it going, as that's in there. Called strike 3. Struck him out. Struck him out looking. That's his first strikeout since the 2nd inning. Or, pardon me, the 1st inning. Yeah, that was the 1st inning there when he struck out the 3 batters. So that'll bring up Henry Davis. Flew out in his first appearance. Let's go on frequencies. Appreciate you for hanging out. I don't know about that. Again, the Brewers, they are a pretty good team, as that's off the plate, ball 1. But yeah, Hall of Fame game, yeah, I'm as excited as I can be. You know, it's, yeah. 1-0 count. May readies, May kicks, May delivers. That's a grounder to short. Pratt with it, throws to first for out number 2. That'll bring up Jake Mangum, 0 for 1 with the walk. Yeah, Mads, I'm sorry. I just don't buy the Yankees. Don't buy them. Let's go on, Stefan. Welcome on in. Eviction move. That does not sound all that great. Hopefully everything's okay. George, thank you for hanging out as always. May rocks and delivers way upstairs. Ball 1, 96 on the fastball. Hillary pulling for the Brewers. A lot of Brewers fans on the channel. 1-0 to Mangum. That's in there, and it's 1-1. Yeah, the Brewers again. I mentioned it at least once a series, but last year, again, I started doing YouTube. Of course, the Pirates are bad. Really the first fan base, though, to wrap their arms around the channel, other than the Pirates, were the Brewers. Here's the 1-1. That's in there 1-2, so definitely won't really say too many bad things about the Brewers. And, of course, again, they're a good team. They're a really good team, so nothing I can really say. One and 2 counts. Here's the pitch, and Mangum fouls it back. Still 1-2. May at 76 pitches here with 2 outs in the 5th. Ravens loves the Brewers. One and 2. May begins to wind up. He kicks. He delivers. That's in the dirt. 2-2 there to Mangum. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to blow it up, you can. That is what it is there. Two and 2. May begins the windup. Here is the pitch as that's sent to short. That is a leaping grab there by Prats for out number 3. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 2-2 in Milwaukee. 2 up for the Brewers will be Luis Lara, Gary Sanchez, and David Hamilton. I'm sorry, Drago. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. They'll win the NFL game tonight. Cardinals or Panthers? I don't know. So again, it's a preseason game. I don't really know. Game comes down to Andy Rodriguez getting thrown at third. Yeah, that'll be tough. It'll be tough. Can appreciate Jose for hanging out. But anywho, I do appreciate it. Not as many people covering I don't know. I think there are going to be a lot of people covering the game tonight. A lot of people. So, yeah. It'll be, again, just try to survive. That's a small channel's problem, is that, you just try to survive and hope that, the calls you made last year will bring people back and make new people in. So, yep. That's all I can do, Ultimate. Just try to do your best. Again, last year at this time, I actually looked it up. Actually, I have it right here. Last 365 days. I don't know if I can't show you guys. Looks like I just lost 10 subs. That's crazy. But anyway, last year I was at 402. 402. So, anything can happen. You just never know. You just never know. Now I'm gaining subs all of a sudden. I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. But anyway. But yeah, you just got to keep going. You just got to be consistent, be entertaining enough. Consistency is key. That is the number one thing. If you're not consistent, you have no chance. You just gotta do what you can, and I don't know. I do my own course, but it seems like there's other courses being offered. That's going to be in there 0-1 to Lara. Lara struck out in his first appearance. Let's go and Severed. Welcome on in. Here's the pitch. And that's inside, and that's called a strike. It's 0-2. To count to Lara. Ashcraft at 63 pitches. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good stuff there by Ashcraft. 1 out. That'll bring up Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 tonight. Thank you for the subs. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was just pretty wild. Seahawks will repeat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, Stefan. We'll see. They did lose their offensive coordinator. The pitch. That's in there 0-1. And I do think highly of him. I wanted the Steelers to hire Clint Kubiak. I really did. Let's go on, Logan. Welcome on in. Here's the pitch. And that's downstairs, ball 1. One at Sanchez. The pitch. Slider away, 2-1. Not getting many people to chase with that. I complimented it earlier. And well, I guess it's let me down today, but hey, it is what it is. I appreciate it. Again, I'm just trying to make a living there. As Sanchez sends this to left, and that ball is gone. I'll probably just stop mentioning the slider. That is gone. Sanchez with his 9th home run of the season. And the Brewers retake the lead here in the bottom of the 5th, as it is 3-2. That was demolished, 397 feet. That is definitely tough. Fastball middle in. Ashcraft knew it immediately. All right, that'll bring up David Hamilton, who walked in his first appearance. Here's the pitch to Hamilton, and that's going to be inside. Called a strike. 0-1. Hamilton not a fan of it. Again, the umpire has been pretty much all over the place. 0-1. Here is the delivery, and that's tapped foul. 0-2. To Hamilton, and that's hit to left. That appears to be a foul ball. You ever criticize Gary? I don't know. I would not know their medal. Again, good luck, Ultimate. You got to put in the work, though. 0-2 to Hamilton. That's a check swing. Did he go? He did. He struck him out. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring up Cooper Pratt, who's had a sacrifice fly in his first appearance. Again, if you're just tuning in, a Gary Sanchez home run is now the difference here in Milwaukee. A lot of work. Here is the pitch, and that's off the plate, ball 1. And there have been a lot of channels that have grew faster than me in their first, few months. I mean, I was at 400 through 5 months of doing this. Of course, the Pirates didn't help. The setup didn't help as well, as that's chopped foul 1-1. So, again, you still just got to keep on. Just be there every day. Be good at what you do. Be knowledgeable. The 1-1 to Pratt. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. You know what you want to be. 1-2 to Pratt. 2 outs. Brewers leading 3-2. He sets, he delivers, and that's sent out to center field, and that is going to slice away from Mangum. That drops in. Mangum quickly firing it to second. That is safe. Mangum kind of stumbled on his turn. That is a 2-out double. So the Brewers again with the runner in scoring position, and that'll bring up Bryce Terang 0 for 2. Streamers are cranky. Yeah, some of them can be. I can be cranky when it's just I see the same old negativity. It's like, okay. Yeah, it just really does wear me out. But for the most part, again, it's I try to keep it pretty chill, but it's just sometimes it's just like you see so many comments and it's like crazy. Now, if they aren't reacting to the chat, it's just strictly the game they get cranky. Well, you gotta just control it better, in my opinion. Like, yeah, obviously. Am I happy the Pirates are losing? No, but I'm not going to, start being a raging lunatic Like, there's a difference. You can be a raging lunatic and be entertaining, but some of them are just like, okay, this guy might have some issues. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Turang is at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Runner on second, 2 outs. Ashcraft rocks and fires. The bunt is up, and it's foul. That's pretty surprising to see. That was right down the middle. It's 0-1. Appreciate you, Stason. Yeah, YouTube, you got to be consistent and quality, yes. You got to be consistent. Consistent's number one. Even if you're not the best, as long as you're consistent, you'll be reliable. Like, oh, well, hey, I see that guy always on, you know. That's in their 0-2. And over time, you'll build something. All it takes is a person to give you a chance. 0-2 to Turang. Runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch. And that is hit to left. That is going to slice just foul. That was close. Appreciate you, Todd. Yeah, Drago. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm doing my own thing. Not too sure what the MMS is, to be honest with you, but no. 0-2 counts. The pitch, and that is fouled back. Still 0-2. Start warming up a guy. I would probably do it. Yes. Runner on second, 2 outs. Ashcraft kicks and delivers. That's hit to third. It's off Gonzalez. Gonzalez with an error. And, of course, that'll cost the Pirates a run as the Brewers now lead 4-2. Gonzalez, again, just a disastrous year at third base. Oh, my goodness. That was hit pretty well to Gonzalez, but it was right at him. Oh, my. Oh, dear. I'm going to go with the reached on error. I'm going to go with the reached on error RBI, I guess. So the Brewers lead 4-2 over the Pirates. And that'll bring up Jackson Chourio. Chourio is 1 for 2. Ashcraft sets and delivers, and that's going to be sent out to center field. Chourio sending it back. Manga makes the catch against the wall. Almost had another. But thankfully, it dies out there at the warning track for out number 3. But the Brewers retake the lead. They lead 4-2 over the Pirates. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate it. Do up for the Pirates as they'll try again. We'll need to see this offense get it going. It'll be Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, and Andy Rodriguez. Defensive baseball is underrated. Yeah. No, it is. Nicky G's playing out of position. Yeah, he is. That's the thing. He is. He's naturally at second or short. Yeah, we got to get Gonzalez at third. I don't know. Again, I don't really want to put Triolo. It's really tough. It's really tough. It's, I don't know. Because when you get Cruz back, like, you can't, I mean, Cruz and Valdez, which Valdez is kind of struggling. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But you want to put Gonzalez in the lineup because, again, quality bats keeps the game going. Yeah, but that's the thing. Again, we tried the defense last year and it didn't work out. You know, we went 71-91. I mean, it was terrible. We had pretty decent defense, pretty solid. You know, Cabrian Hayes. I mean, Sawinski was pretty good at defense, but obviously, you know, it just, we couldn't put up runs. Yeah, no, Flat Earth. Yeah, no, the defense is really good for the Brewers. It is top notch. That is frustrating, though. Again, thank you, Maggie. Appreciate it for the 10. Jules, I understand. Yep, golden something. Ugh. But anywho, thank you again. Thank you for the sub. I do appreciate that. We're at 6:30. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jamie, yep, gotta... Or is it Jaime? Pardon me. Sorry about that. As that's going to be off the plate, ball one. Yep, consistency is key. You just gotta keep on showing up. 1-0 to Lau. Lau again, 1 for 2 on the day. A solo shot in the fourth. 24th home run of the season. As May sets and delivers. That's inside. Ball gets away. It's 2-0. Now this doesn't turn out like Sawinski. Yeah, I know. It's just he has really struggled. And, of course, yeah, Sawinski had a really nice first few years. I'm a Jack Sawinski guy even now, but last 2 years he became a... I don't know what happened. He just got figured out. 2-0 to Brandon Lau. The pitch. That's downstairs, 3-0. Thank you, Drago. Appreciate it. You have a good one. You take care. It's not called the hot corner for nothing. Yep. I agree. Thank you again, Maggie. Thank you very much. Yeah, you need a solid defender there. The 3-0. That's in there, 3-1 to Brandon Lau. How's it going, Danielle? I know you're ready for football season. It's almost here. Three and 1 to Brandon Lau. The pitch. And that's down and in, ball 4. So a good start to for the Pirates here in the top of the 6th. As that'll bring up Brian Reynolds 0 for 1 with a walk. Yeah, we'll see, Tom. We'll see. I don't know. Again, I don't know if Soto's going to be the closer anymore. Oh, Kubiak. Kubiak he got signed by the Raiders. He's the head coach of the Raiders. Really good. Unless you're talking about the other Kubiak, which I'm not as high on him, to be honest. But I'm sure he'll be fine, as that's upstairs, ball 1. Again, what Clint did with Seattle was just very impressive. I mean, wow. I mean, that was a great offense last year. 1-0 to Reynolds. Runner on first, nobody out. May sets at 84 pitches here in the top of the 6th. He kicks, he delivers. That's in there, 1-1. 92 on the cutter. To the Raiders. Yeah, you're good. I played college football with Jack's high school best friend. Oh, that's cool. Seems like a good guy. I really hope he figures it out. I really do. The 1-1 to Reynolds. That's off the plate, 2-1. He just had so much raw power. He would hit home runs, I swear, with like one arm. Like, because his swing is kind of like weird, to be honest with you, but he just would muscle it over the wall. It was cool. 2-1, runner on first. The pitch. That's inside, 3-1, 95 on the sinker. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Michael, W's in the chat for Michael. Thank you for your support of the channel. May readies. Sets, kicks, and fires. That is in there. 3-2. Nice pitch on the inside corner. Kind of be disappointed by your Browns. Yes, it is. Yeah, not sugarcoating that one. That is just yeah. Sawinski got traded to Tampa Bay at the deadline. 3-2 counts. The pitch, and that is sliced foul. Still 3-2. Yeah, Sawinski was doing really well at AAA Los Angeles. And then he was shipped to Tampa Bay. Runner on first, nobody out. May readies. And delivers. That's in there. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Just not good. Backwards K there for Reynolds. A little bit too patient. Again, Reynolds, of course, slumping. Need him to get it going. That'll bring up Endy Rodriguez, 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Again, runner on first, 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball in there, 0-1. Most underrated offense last year. Sam never got. Yeah, I mean, he was able to. That was really impressive. The offense was so good. Yeah, the defense obviously great, but yeah, the offense, man. And of course, JSN is awesome too. He amazes me as Rodriguez sends this to right. It looks like Lara is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Throws it into second. Keeps Lau at first. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz, 1 for 2. With an RBI. Sleeper team. The Jaguars, yeah, I would say that's a sleeper team. That's a good one. Thank you again, Maggie. Appreciate it. May readies. He rocks, he fires, as that's a chopper, and that is a foul ball. Thank goodness Vaughn was all over at 0-1. One of the rules is no spoilers, because people do spoil, because sometimes I might be behind, Phil. That does indeed happen quite a bit, especially with football. With football, it happens a lot, which that's never fun. 0-1 count to Horowitz. Actually a pickoff attempt, but Lau is safe. So I'm sorry, Phil, but yeah, it's like, you know, you say touchdown and I'm saying 3rd and 10 at the 45, or, you know, whatever, or something like that. Just, you know, it's like, oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Definitely not annoying at all, as that's off the plate 1-1. You just, you know, just respect the chat. You know, the chat's here to listen to the game, you know, and spoilers can ruin the experience. So I definitely have a quick trigger, though. If I see, you know, if you're not really a regular, if you're a regular at spoils, it's like, what the heck, you'll be timed out. But yeah, I just ended up getting rid of them. They are done on the channel, as that's going to be upstairs 2-1 to Horwitz. Appreciate you, Ty. Thank you very much. Off work today and the Rays are off. Gotcha. Huge series for the Bucks. Yeah, trying to split it, but right now behind. Appreciate you, Ty, for hanging out. 2-1 to Horwitz. May looks over. Here is the pitch as Horwitz fouls this back, and it's 2-2 to Spencer Horwitz. It's going Jordy. Welcome on in. Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We're talking about the Rays. Yeah, they could. Two and two. May sets. Looks over at first. Here's the pitch as Horwitz sends it right to the shortstop. Pratt playing up the middle for out number 3. Top of the 6th comes to a close. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Brewers 4, Pirates 2. Due up for the Brewers will be Garrett Mitchell, Andrew Vaughn, and Christian Yelich. Thank you, Ultimate. Good luck. Good luck with your stream. No, you're good, Alex. You're fine. Got timed up by max coverage. Well, I mean, again, it just depends. Tom, you seem pretty chill, so I don't know why he would time you out. Yeah, no, that would be pretty crazy. Again, you're fine to cheer for other teams as long as you don't spam the chat or you're disrespectful. Yeah, then it's gone. It's all about respecting. And I do apologize. I try to be pretty chill. You know, if I just see a lot of CTE, though, I will respond accordingly. You know, you give CTE, I'll respond as if you have a heavy dosage of CTE. So I really do try to keep it chill for the most part. Yeah, I don't think the Dolphins are going to do much. I am kind of interested to see how Malik will do, but, you know, I don't know. It's just a small sample size in Green Bay. Probably not that great. How's it going, Carl? Welcome on in. Sweeping the, no sweeping the lowly Angels. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. That's tough. Let's go on Rhino. Welcome on in. Folks, make sure to check out Rising Rhino. Was talking about the show earlier. That is the guy I am teaming up with. Make sure to check out Rising Rhino for all your football needs. He covers the most football on YouTube. You can think of any YouTuber. They don't cover as much football as Rising Rhino. Currently covering the CFL. He'll be covering that tonight. So make sure to check out our friend Rising Rhino for more football. I'm subbed to Rising Rhino. You should be as well. You should be as well. Used to live minutes away from McKechnie Field in Bradenton as a kid in the 80s and 90s. Saw a lot of Pirates spring games. Cool. Very nice. What's CT? Antonio Brown. He has it bad. Just look up that. Look up that. College team, it's Pittsburgh, but again, I don't really brag too much. There's really nothing to brag about. But then as soon as someone brings up Penn State, it's like, okay, well then what have you guys done? So, anyway. All right, Gregory Soto on the mound, 3.59 ERA. That's a slider away. Not called a strike. I don't know if it is a strike. Davis going to challenge. It's a risky challenge. I hope he wins it. I don't know. It looks like it just barely caught the zone. Good challenge by Davis. And it'll be 0-1. And Mitchell 0 for 2 on the day. 2 hours of sports. Yep. I assume all Pittsburgh fans have CT. Unbelievable. Here's the 0-1 as that's sent out to right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Mangum with it. Throws to second. Mitchell, does he go to second? He does. And he is safe. Unbelievable hustle from Mitchell. That is a double. And not good for the Pirates. So that'll bring up Andrew Vaughn 0 for 2. Banging our heads against the wall for decades, yeah. Yep. Giants steal the Super Bowl. Not this year. No, I don't. No, that's asking a lot. So we shall see. Would be nice, though, to see the Steelers, though. That's going to be in there 0-1. Andrew Vaughn, again, entered today, batting .300. 0 for 2, though. That was a good shot. Good shot against Soto. The pitch. That's upstairs 1-1. I don't know. I'm getting some hope, though. You know, the Steelers can do something really well. Again, I just want a playoff win. That's all I want. The 1-1, that's hit to left. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Reynolds with it. He throws it to the plate, and he is safe as the Brewers are now leading 5-2. Soto has just been bad. There's no else to really say. I know Tom, of course, likes Soto, but it's just not working out. All right, that'll bring up Christian Yelich 0 for 2 on the day. Pittsburgh sports fan. I was raised to be a Steeler fan. I was born in Reading, so it's not like I wasn't born in Pennsylvania. But my dad was a diehard Steeler and Pirate fan. Now he's just, I would say a diehard. He's just a fan. So that's foul back 0-1. To Yelich again. Brewers leading 5-2. Not looking good for our Pirates. Oh, 0-1. Soto delivers. That's downstairs. 1-1. 34 days. Still the fun. Yep. Oh, I hear you, Denny. Yeah, 4-2. Well, unfortunately, it got worse. The overused Soto, I agree. I completely agree. Here's the pitch, and that's off the plate. 2-1. I completely agree that, again, the starting pitchers being yanked so early has impacted this team, or impacted the bullpen. And, well, yeah, it's not good. 2-1, the pitch, and that's inside. 3-1. Why Soto? I don't know. I mean, this is still a doable game, and they kind of, I don't know, would have liked to see another arm, but I guess they already kind of tanked it, threw in the towel. 3-1, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 93 on the sinker. So it could be any worse than Brandon Sproat. Yeah, I don't know. Sproat wasn't all that good. Again, runner on first, nobody out. Looks like there's a little bit of a delay on Dr. Delay, but we are good. He steps back in. Soto kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Yelich goes down swinging. That'll bring up Luis Lara, who struck out both times. Lara again 0 for 2. Cruz hopefully next week. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't know. Again, we'll see how the Steelers are, man. I think they'll be fine, but I just don't want to have Super Bowl expectations. I don't think that's realistic. If we get there, I mean, that's an amazing year, obviously. But for a team that hasn't won a playoff game since 2016, I don't think that should really be something we should be thinking about, as that's foul back 101. But pretty excited, though. Again, a new era. The Tomlin era is gone. He was great at first, but was just stagnant and not evolving. And we were held hostage by him. He was holding us hostages. That's what it was. 1-1 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Of course, to the outsider, everyone thinks Tomlin's the GOAT, so this is a pretty big year. If McCarthy can lead the Steelers to a playoff win, I mean, that'll shut up everybody, essentially, or should. Yeah, no, this guy was definitely holding back the Steelers. 1-2 to Lara. Breaking ball called. Strike 3. He struck him out. Struck him out looking. That is the third strikeout for Lara today. Not the best day for him. It's going to bring up Gary Sanchez, who hit a home run in his last appearance, 1 for 2. Pirates are 7-12 since the All-Star break. Yeah, I'm not looking good. What's for lunch today? Tasty Rhino Burger. Shout out to the old RFK. Yep, miss him. I don't know. I talked to him actually the other day in JG9's chat, as that's in there 0-1. I actually have not eaten lunch. I need to get something between games. ESPN has Cruz returning for the 11th. Okay, well, that would be the Marlins series. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. I'm not too sure, CD. I've not seen anyone in the bullpen. They have not shown coverage. Though Alex did say there was a lefty up, so I guess that will be who we face. The Pirates can, but we'll see if they actually do. Still very much a winnable game, but again, the Pirates' offense has just been so non-existent. Oh, and 2 to Sanchez. The pitch. That's hit past Gonzalez at third. And that'll keep the inning going. Reynolds with it, tosses it to Nick Gonzalez. Gary Sanchez with a 2-hit day. And then steps in David Hamilton, who's 0 for 1 with a walk. They messed up the timetable, yeah. Hopefully he's back as soon as he's allowed to. Thank you again, Maggie. Appreciate it. Are you guys in Pittsburgh pretty upbeat about the Steelers? Well, just wait till that first loss, and then it's over. I genuinely hate a lot of media. I really do. Because it influences how a lot of people think. And I see it here. See it everywhere, not just here, of course, but everywhere. It's not good. Anyway, Soto readies, facing Hamilton. He kicks, he fires. That's outside. Ball 197 on the sinker. Again, runners on first and second for the Brewers, 2 outs. Your stepdaughter was 4. I showed her the card trick. I know at 16 the trick doesn't have the same effect. She's seen it. Everybody's seen it. They know how it works. Amazement over. That was Tomlin. Exactly. Looks like that is going to be challenged. We'll see what comes of it. And Davis wins the challenge. Going to be 1-1. Good stuff by Davis. He's been on it. He has been on it. One and 1 to Davis. Again, Hamilton at the plate. Soto sets. Kicks and delivers. That's in there, 1-2. 97 on the outside corner. Good pitch. Appreciate it, Real. Again, we'll see. I haven't really, done many of my takes. It's kind of what the show is for with Rhino. Really excited about it. See a different side of Dr. Delay. The 1-2, and that's fouled back. 84 on the slider. Talking football in August. Usually we're talking football or we're waiting for training camp in June, so that's why, again, this year is a little bit better. But definitely has not looked good since the All-Star break. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He's able to get 3 strikeouts, but of course he allows a run. We go to the top of the 7th. Brewers 5, Pirates 2. 2 up for the Pirates will be Nick Gonzalez, Ronnie Simon, and Jacob Gonzalez. Let's go on, Travis. Welcome on in. Oh, I understand, Eric. I understand. Soto it's been rough. It has been rough. Folks, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. There's a chance we get to 11,000 by the football season. So make sure again to sub it up. There's a chance, small chance, but there's a chance. We got to just, of course, again, I'll be here practically every day. Worst case scenario, 6 days of the week, but for the most part, it's been 7 for quite some time. Let's check out some scores real quick. The Mets all over the Indians, 13-5. Blue Jays leading 1-0 over the Cubs. Would be nice to see the Blue Jays help us out a little bit. Looks like the A's couldn't, though. The Reds are now 56-58. If the Pirates lose this game, the Pirates will be beneath the Reds. Unbelievable. But yeah, the Reds 6, A's 5, the Angels 4, Orioles 1. That is just bad. That is no bueno. Thank you again for the jewels, Maggie. Appreciate it. And thank you for joining up, Maggie. Thank you very much. W's in the chat for Maggie. Pirates know it's about to be football season, so they're done trying. I guess so. I don't know. Still plenty of time, but all you can do is just hope. Again, we got the Mets. You'd like to take the series against the Mets. Don't expect a sweep. If you expect a sweep, you're just going to be let down. If you take 2 of 3, you cannot be upset about that. But that needs to be it, though. If we only take 1 of 3 from the Mets at home, there is a problem. That is, it's over. I wouldn't say it's over, but it will be. Well, the vibes will be down. The vibes will be down. All right, this is Speedy Gonzalez. Here's the pitch. That's in there, 0-1. Gonzalez is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch. Oh, the channel will take a hit there. It will. It will if the Pirates continue to lose. Is that sent to right? That is going to drop in for a base hit. Speedy Gonzalez with his first hit of the day. Second time he's been on base. By the way, the new pitcher is DL Hall, a lefty. 2.76 ERA. The Pirates did score off him earlier in the series. It would be nice to see that again, but he is a lefty, so the odds of that happening again are pretty slim. This is Ronnie Simon, 0 for 2 on the day. Runner on first, nobody out. The pitch. That's upstairs, ball 1. You were going to start turning off the Pirates. I know. Trust me. I covered the Pirates last year, and they were bad out of the gate, and no one was really here. So I know all about that. 1-0 to Simon. The pitch as Simon pops it up. That'll be a foul ball, 1-1. Tickets will be cheaper. Yeah, appreciate you, Dill. I guess that's one thing for the fans. Wish we go on a run like the Red Sox. Yeah. 1-1. The pitch as Simon sends this to right. Backing up. Lara, it makes the catch at the warning track for out number 1. Oh, he was stumbling all over the place. That was kind of weird. But that's an out. Simon almost went opposite field. But that does not indeed help us out at all. As that'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2. Though, of course, I could see Jared Triolo pinch hitting for Gonzalez. pretty bizarre from Lara. I don't know. I guess that was probably part of the plan. And it will be Triolo. Triolo will take over for Gonzalez. Again, Gonzalez was 0 for 2. He's not really looked comfortable at the plate for some reason. Pirates hits by game this series. 8-5, 3-4. Yeah, it's not good. The pitch as Triolo sends this to right. Lara is charging in and makes the catch. Throws to first, and he doubles him. Oh, he's safe. Oh, man, I don't think so. They're going to challenge that. They're going to win. Gonzalez did not get back in time. I don't think he did. So Triolo is out. Oh, boy. Gonzalez. I'd like to see that slow down. Man. They're going to slow it down for... Russ, appreciate you, Jersey. Yeah, I know it's tough. Tough day. He's out. Flew in a double play. That'll end the inning. Of course, it's not official yet. Maybe New York favors the Pirates. Campbell was stoked for Speedy's hit. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to lead to anything. Sorry, Campbell. He is out. Flew into a double play. It's happened now twice today. Lined into a double play. Flew into a double play. That is just crazy stuff. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Brewers leading 5-2 over the Pirates. Due up for the Brewers will be Cooper Pratt, Bryce Terang, and Jackson Chorio. With Triolo, I don't know. There's really not much on the bench anymore. Not so speedy. Yep, not so speedy Gonzalez. Just brutal. Just brutal. Yes, Jersey. Thank you, Jersey. We see that with our very own eyes, Jersey. All right. Well, I don't even know what to say other than at this point. Then thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Again, I'll be back tonight for the Hall of Fame game. That's pretty much it. And, of course, tomorrow I'll be back. Pirates at 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. First game of a 3-game series with the Mets. Will be the first game on alongside the Phillies and Blue Jays. So I'll be here. I will be here, win or lose, covering our Pirates. Unbelievable. Gonzalez making too many mistakes, yeah. Man. Doesn't with Kelly putting in Soto when you need when you get 3 new arms, yeah. It is. I don't know. There's really not much I can say. I mean, again, I'm just covering the game and hoping that the Pirates can win, but man, the offense just needs to wake up. And there's really, I don't know. They've lost all their confidence. That's what it seems like anyway. They've lost all their confidence. Yeah, I understand, Theo. It's been rough. All right, it'll be Cooper Pratt to start things off for the Brewers in the bottom of the 7th. He's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Showing the replay. Yeah, he was out. I don't know why they're really focusing on that. Yeah, it's tough fish. Appreciate you, Bengals. Go Pirates. It'll be Camilo Doval, 4.54 ERA. Last outing was pretty good. Ball sets, kicks, and delivers inside ball 1. 1-0 to Pratt. The ball, of course, acquired from the Yankees. Yankees fans were eager to get rid of him, but maybe it's Yankee Stadium. I don't know. Here's the 1-0 to Pratt. That's inside. We called a strike, 1-1. Of course, he did surrender a home run to Cincinnati, so he allowed one run in Cincinnati. Of course, had a pretty nice inning in Milwaukee on Monday. 1-1 counts. to Pratt. The pitch as Pratt sends this to right field. Simon is under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So his ERA as a Pirate would be a 4.5. A little bit lower now with the out there. And that'll bring up Bryce Terang. 0 for... Well, I guess he's 1 for 3. We're going to give him a hit, so no error by Gonzalez. That's kind of shocking, but 1 for 3 with an RBI. Duvall sets, kicks, and delivers off the plate. 1-0. 97 on the sinker. I appreciate you positive. Again, there's not even, we're never going to agree. Never going to agree on everything. Here's the 1-0, the pitch, and that's in there. 101. Call your names. I'm sorry. Again, I just think it's just stupid. I think it's just a stupid thing to say to sell. Because that's what the Pirates always do. And you're selling for a future that never comes. It's ridiculous. That's a mindset that needs to exit the minds of baseball fans. As that's in the dirt. Appeal down to third. I'm assuming he didn't go. He did not. Like, why do you take pride in selling? Like, again, it's like you're worried about the pockets of nutting all of a sudden. Trading for prospects that usually don't work out. So it's just it's a lose-lose. As Terang flies it out to left center field, more so left actually, as Reynolds makes the catch for round number 2. That'll bring up Jackson Chourio, 1 for 3. Can he hit a home run in his first at bat? Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. Yankees are good at ruining young players' careers. I guess so. I wouldn't know much about that. You keep a book? I'm just keeping stats. Helps me out. Helps me out for baseball. Football, there will be no stat keeping. As here's the pitch. That's right down the middle. 0-1. But yeah, I'm just kind of keeping stats. Helps. I think it helps the broadcast. I'm able to provide what's happening in the game. 0-1 to Chourio. Duvall kicks and delivers. Slider down and away. Misses. 1-1. Cruz, Connor, O'Hearn getting hurt really hurt this team. Yep, very much. Still a lot of ball left to play. Yep, exactly, but definitely need to start winning. I agree. Here's the 1-1 inside. Almost hits Chourio. 2-1. 97 on the sinker. The ball can be a little bit wild. Two and 1 count. He kicks, he fires. That's in there. 2-2. 99 on the cutter. Prospects are just scratch-off tickets. Only 10% of minor leaguers even make it to the show. Yeah, it's a good point. I didn't even know that stat. I mean, it's probably correct. There's so many players in the minors. I mean, so many teams that each organization has. So yeah, no, that's a losing Joey Bart took out the heart of the team. Oh, for sure, Dan. 100%. Here's the 2-2 to Chourio. That's in the dirt. Nice olay by Davis. 3-2. Yep, Joey Bart was the heart and soul of the Pirates. It's been over ever since he was traded. 100%. Joey Bart. Joey Bart, the heart and soul of the Pirates. 3-2 count. The pitch. And that's away. Ball 4. Walks him. So 2 outs. Runner on first. Garrett Mitchell makes his way to the plate. Use a word pad for that. Well, I mean, I'm using the computer and other things for OBS and the streaming. Need to start hitting 4 hits in a game is horrible. Yep. Duvall sets and delivers inside. Throw to second. He is way out. Unbelievable throw by Davis. That is what Davis can bring. That wasn't even close, too. 99 throw power. Man, we go to the top of the 8th. Brewers 5, Pirates 2. Due up for the Pirates will be Henry Davis, Jake Mangum, and Brandon Lau. The rest of the schedule, look for the next few series. It's going to be the Mets, Marlins, and I forgot the rest. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit easier, but you got to hope that they can win. So again, hopefully the Pirates can get something going here, because it has been a lackluster streak at the plate. Again, the Mets leading 13-6, so hopefully the Mets are getting all the runs out right now, because we don't need to see that this weekend, or that'll probably end it for a lot of Pirates fans, for sure. Blue Jays 1, Cubs nothing, and the Tigers and the Mariners 0-0. Yeah, the Pirates have the Mets. Then, of course, they're off Monday, first off day in forever. Then it's 3 games at Miami, and then they come back and host the Red Sox. So that could be a tough series. They host the Tigers, again, another team that is kind of still winning despite, of course, trading Skubal. And then the Pirates are out west against the Dodgers at the end of August. Then they are out west against San Diego. Taking off day on Thursday. And then, of course, this will be the first game I miss. Then it's at St. Louis. So, yeah, we'll see. Not an easy schedule. Again, the National League is very tough. Again, if they were in the American League, it would be, I genuinely believe they would be at 60-plus wins and looking like a playoff lock. But that's not where they're in, so they gotta figure it out. Again, make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Appreciate you guys. Again, Cross 630 today, covering the Hall of Fame game tonight. And, of course, I'll be back tomorrow for more Pirates coverage. Pirates-Mets, 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, if you love the NFL as well, I will be here covering a lot of the NFL. Again, at least 10 teams covered each week. The pitch. That's inside ball 1. Or, pardon me, strike 1. Caught the zone there. Davis 0 for 2. Aaron Ashby, 3.73 ERA. He's the new pitcher for the Brewers. Again, a lefty. Here's the pitch, and that's upstairs 1-1. That's Marlins, Red Sox, Tigers, Dodgers coming up. It's tough. How are you feeling about a Pirates comeback? Not likely, but you never know. You never know. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball catches the zone. Not called a strike, but Sanchez will challenge, and he will win it. It's going to be 1-2. Thanks for the bar comment. Yeah, thank Dan there. Dan, that's all Dan. Dan will mess with me every now and then, playfully, of course. But yeah, Joey Bart. Never was a fan. I was a fan of him in 2024. It's really good. As Davis fouls his back, it's 1-2. But yeah, Bart was great in 2024 when he got him from the Giants. But last year, that all went away. He showed no life, no emotion, was lazy behind the plate. Absolutely hated watching Joey Bart play last year. So he lost me. Here's the 1-2 to Davis. That's in the dirt, 2-2. It doesn't show that he can do it without Rogers, which will be the case next year and beyond. I'm not worried about that. I'm not talking about McCarthy. I'm talking about the Steelers. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, if you can, I think Rodgers will look much better this year, and if that's the case, he'll look better, with other guys, of course, as that's in the dirt, 3-2. I mean, he made Prescott look really good as well. Prescott has had his best seasons under McCarthy. So, again, I know McCarthy is the same thing as Tomlin, but it's just the fact that it's a change. It's a change of pace, and again, he's more offensive-oriented instead of the defense. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good change for the Steelers. 3-2 to Davis. Ashby sets and fires as Davis hits that foul. Daniel the Animal Vogelbach. Yeah, he was fun. See your last matches. Give me a sec there, Sever. Did not. I apologize. Let's see. What do we got here? I think he's thinking of Joe Bartolozzi. I'm not too sure that is there, Severed. Sorry. Here's the 3-2. That's upstairs, but Sanchez will challenge. It was close, but I don't know. I think it's a walk, but with how it's going for the Pirates, wouldn't surprise me if it did catch the zone. It's a strike. Just caught it. Unfortunate. He struck him out. Pirates down to the last 5 outs. Jake Mangum makes his way to the plate 0 for 2 with the walk. Again, he's been slumping as well. Everything's just going wrong for the Pirates. It's going Christopher. Welcome on in. Roger's successor. I'm not worried about it, Magic. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm just worried about 2026. The pitch. Mangum with a grounder to the third. Oh, it gets past Hamilton down the left field line. That will be a double. Chorio still doesn't have it, but Mangum going to stay put at second. So a 1-out double. Hamilton sliding attempts. Couldn't quite make the snag. So there we go. The Pirates with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And that'll bring up Brandon Lau, who again is just not good against lefties. Just got to hope that he can make contact here. As Lau was 1 for 2 with the walk. His lone hit was a home run. Thank you again for the sub. Appreciate it. Grill and Burgers, thank you. There we go. I'm ready for it. That's inside ball 1. 1-0 to Lau. I'm hopeful, Nate. I'm very hopeful for it. Here's the 1-0, and that's in there 1-1. Tomlin wasn't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I said that he was a defensive coach that couldn't coach defense. So. Yeah, again, everyone's like, oh, Tomlin's carrying the Steelers. Yeah, no, not even close. 1-1. Looking back at Mangum. The pitch. That's down and in. 2-1. 98 on the sinker. Ashby kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Lau. Down to 1 knee. 2-2. Appreciate you, Spike, for hanging out. Make my medium. Medium. Yeah. Coffee has some orders. McCarthy is better than Tomlin. How? He had great rosters in Dallas and Green Bay. I don't think you understand the Steelers' talent that we had. I mean, unbelievable. That's in the dirt. Ball gets away. Mangum will go to third. No, he will not. Oh, I thought he would. I just assumed, to be honest with you, because that was way away. Mangum staying. That's kind of a bummer. How did Mangum not go to third there? He definitely has it. Mangum hesitated. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. 3-2 counts. Ashby sets. Kicks and fires. That's in the dirt, but he swings anyway. He struck him out. Unbelievable. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds, who's 0 for 2 with the walk. McCarthy, your next head coach, as you had it with Tomlin. Of course, always. Yeah, no. I call it how it is, man. There's no bias or anything. Ashby sets. Kicks and delivers. That's going to be in there 0-1. I've watched the Rogers McCarthy. Again, I mean, I know you guys have seen it, but I don't know. Again, you don't know what it was like to be a Steelers fan the last 10 years. It was horrible. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Or essentially you have, because you're a Packers fan, so I guess you'd understand it, but I don't think you understand how much Tomlin... We view Tomlin like you guys view McCarthy, I guess. We're just ready for a new change. Like, again, Tomlin could go and have success elsewhere. We're not saying that he wouldn't. We just needed a change. Any change will do. It's been brutal. Here's the 0-2 to Reynolds. That's off the plate, 1-2. 1-2 count. He kicks, he deals. That's in there. Called strike 3. Struck him out. Reynolds goes down looking. Just a struggling offense. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Brewers 5, Pirates 2. Heritage players won the Super Bowl arguments, the laziest one of them all. Disagree. I think saying that is pretty lazy. I think if Tomlin could make a Super Bowl, let's just make a Super Bowl with any of the teams he constructed, post all Palomalu and all that, then you'd have an argument, but he didn't. He didn't. Like, it's not even close. Again, a lot of the players that played in Super Bowl 43, maybe in 45, were maybe not as much 45, but even that defense was still, you had a lot of talent from the Cowher days. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. It's just Tomlin, when it mattered, when he constructed his own teams post 2014, 15, when all those guys were gone, had all the talent, and we fell short every single time. You know, and of course Cowher, again, like, I know he gets a lot of grief as well, but we were consistently going to the playoffs and winning games. That was the thing. Tomlin, we go and it's one and done. You know, that's like we became a meme. The Steelers, a very proud organization, became a meme that everyone still repeats to this day. Oh, 9-8, you guys going 9-8? You see it in the chat. People say it all the time. Oh, they're just going to go 9-8. Which, by the way, the Steelers only went 9-8 once in their entire existence, I think, or maybe twice. I'm not too sure, but ridiculous. Tomlin turned the Steelers into a joke, into a meme. So I'm sorry. That's inexcusable. We are a cornerstone franchise. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I don't care. If we go 4-13, hey, it's something different. McCarthy, yeah, that's horrible. And we will rip him accordingly. But it's something else. Something different. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. General managers, no. Again, Chris, no. You're acting like Tomlin had no say over the roster. He had plenty of say. No, you're stuck in your way. You don't want to think outside of the way you think, and that's fine. You can do that, but I will not engage with that anymore. All right, bottom of the 8th. Mitchell is 1 for 3 on the day. Tomlin had all to say. That's completely false. They're listening to the young GM, not the guy that's been there for 20 years. That's ridiculous. Kirby Yates on the mound, 3.81 ERA. We'll see if he can keep it 5-2. Yates sets, kicks, and delivers. That's going to be foul back 0-1. Ravens fan, we need the change. Yeah, Ravens fans wanted Harbaugh gone as well. 100%. I hear you there. 0-1 counts. Yates sets and delivers. That's off the plate, 1-1. Tomlin had some years he had to go. Exactly. No, we're not disputing what he did. Even if the players' argument is that's going to be sent out to left. Reynolds is backing up and he makes the catch for round number 1. I mean, we're thankful that he won the Super Bowl, right? It's not like we're saying, oh, man, no, it's completely irrelevant. We're happy with what he did. But the fact of the matter is, after a while, he wasn't doing anything the further you strayed away from Bill Cowher. So, no, that's ridiculous. But I know that a lot of fans are going to be thinking that way. It is what it is. The pitch. That's going to be in there, 0-1. On again, 1 for 3. RBI single in his last appearance. 8 sets. Kicks and delivers. That's in there, 0-2 to Andrew Vaughn. New era, yep. Excited for the new era. For sure. 0-2 count to Vaughn. Again, if you're just tuning in, Brewers 5, Pirates 2. Yates kicks and delivers. Swing and a foul tip. Couldn't hold on to it. Still 0-2. That's a bummer. I don't know. I like Kirby too. Pirates are going to need Weaver. I know. It's kind of a bummer. Again, that Pirates offense, they just have been struggling so much. 0-2 to Vaughn, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 outs. That'll bring up Yelich, who's 0 for 3. And honestly, I'm thinking the relievers, like Yates and, of course, Weaver, they're thinking, man, you know, we're actually going to be on a... Yeah, I'm sure if you told them, like, if we were traded the Pirates before the year started, they'd be like, what the heck is going on? But, yeah, I'm sure they were pretty excited to play with a good offense, but that offense just has been non-existent, as that's upstairs, but called a strike. 0-1. Appreciate you, Scott. Thank you very much. 200 likes. That is awesome. Thank you very much for that. That is great. Keep that streak going. 0-1 to Yelich. Yates rocks and delivers as that's fouled back 0-2. Again, Yates has been doing it for quite some time. Had a down year last year. But the Pirates counting on him to refine his form. And again, he's pitched all right this year. I think came over with a 3.9 ERA or something like that. The 0-2 to Yelich. Called strike 3. He struck him out. Yates looks really good as a Pittsburgh Pirates. Be nice if they were leading. Yates with a smile, though. We go to the top of the 9th. Brewers 5, Pirates 2. Due up for the Pirates will be Andy Rodriguez, Spencer Horwitz, and Nick Gonzalez. Dodgers Cubs coming up for the Brewers. I don't know. Again, I disagree. The Brewers are a good team. I disagree with a lot of you guys saying that they're not. I don't know. I find that pretty crazy. Thank you, Mads. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 joules. It's like in baseball and the Pirates and all these pitching rules are aimed at the players. Gets to a point where you have to look at the pitching coach. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But again, like the batting as well. The batting is when all... That's why I just didn't really want to praise Matt Haig. You know, it's like he was horrible last year. All of a sudden, they're hitting well. That's good, but I don't know. Need to see a lot of it. Need to see a lot, like, I don't know. Got to prove it. Got to prove it. Cower built 2. Fantastic defense. Yeah, the 90s and 2000s. Even the early 2000s. Built a few of them, really. The 90s, the early 2000s, and then the mid-2000s. Like, we had 3 separate, really solid defenses. So, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys again. Make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Thank you again for the 200 likes. That is a huge milestone. Appreciate that. Again, it just pushes out the stream to more potential viewers. That's all it does. But, yeah, make sure again to sub it up. Again, thank you guys for the support we got. Got some nice subs today. Thank you guys for that. But again, I'll be back tonight for the Hall of Fame game, just talking football. And, of course, again, tomorrow at 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central, I will be here. Star of the game is Dustin May. May kept the Pirates in check, or really just the pitching staff of the Brewers. Hopefully a trip back to Pittsburgh, though, will figure out the Pirates' offense or something, because it's just been rough. 3.42 ERA. This is Chad Patrick for the Brewers. Look to close things down to the 9th. Patrick sets and delivers. That's in there, 0-1. Luke Weaver is warming up just for fun, I suppose. I guess you got to be prepared. You never know, right? 0-1 counts. Patrick sets and delivers as Rodriguez fouls it back 0-2. Luke Weaver warming up. Yeah, it'd be nice to see him pitch. I guess he'll probably make his Pirates debut sometime against the Mets, his former team. 0-2 to Endy. Patrick readies. Kicks and delivers as Rodriguez slices this foul. And it's still 0-2. Feel bad for Weaver, yeah. The 0-2, that's upstairs 1-2 to Andy Rodriguez. Patrick Reddy's kicks and delivers. Called strike 3, struck him out. And he's going to challenge. That was right down the middle. And that was just so bad. Like that, oh my gosh. Pirates are just not seeing the ball well. This offense has completely went away. I mean, that was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that is, the Pirates are just not seeing the ball well. I don't know what happened to this high, powerful, flying offense. But my goodness, it is just it is ugly. That'll bring up Spencer Horwitz. Patrick sets. He kicks, he delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 to Horwitz. Yeah, it's just rough. It is rough. They are just playing so bad. Horwitz again 1 for 3 with an RBI single that tied the game, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, chasing upstairs. The Pirates are just failing and flailing at the plates, trying to figure out something, and it's just, it is bizarre to see this team look completely different. 0-2, Patrick sets and delivers. That's a grounder, and that's a foul ball. And he catches. Yeah, you'd think Davis and Rodriguez will have good eye. Yeah. Also break to sort of confidence or momentum. Yeah, and confidence. It's just, it's wild. Again, we swept the Brewers before the break. Looking really good. Feeling pretty good. Since then, it's been over. Here's the 0-2. That is downstairs. Called a strike. Horwitz going to challenge. I believe he'll win this challenge. Unbelievable. That is indeed a ball. So good challenge. As it's 1-2. Horwitz at least not giving up. They're pressing too much when they're struggling. Yeah, no, it's going to happen. That's exactly what it is. The 1-2. That's in the dirt, 2-2. They are just, they know they're struggling and they're trying to overcompensate. Two and 2. The pitch, and that's inside 3-2. Plenty of teams. Well, all the teams went through the All-Star break. So Schultz, see, that's not what we're saying. Again, it's this reality. They've struggled since the break. That's not an excuse. That is just what they're doing. And I'm not co-signing they're struggling, so I don't know what that comment's even about. Here's the 3-2. That's inside, ball 4. Horwitz does draw a walk. And that'll bring up Nick Gonzalez, 1 for 3. I'm just going to leave Speedy to the side here. It's definitely a rough day. You're depressing. I know, I'm depressing. I am depressed with this team. It's once promising season potentially slipping away. The pitch, and that's at the knees, 0-1. 96 on the sinker. And runner on first, 1 out. Brewers leading 5-2 over the Pirates. Patrick Reddy's looks over at first, the pitch, and that's away, 1-1, 90 on the cutter. One and 1 to Gonzalez, the pitch, as that's hit, and that gets over the shortstop for a base hit. the Pirates with runners at first and second. And believe it or not, the tying run does come to the plate. Pirates do have a chance, albeit a small one. They do have a chance. That'll bring up Ronnie Simon, looking for his first hit of 2026. He's 0 for 4 with a walk this year. It looks like the pitching coach going to have a chat with Patrick. Yeah, they lost some momentum, exactly. Yep, it's definitely tough. I know, Ridland. I appreciate it, Magic. Yeah, I know. It's so frustrating. When they're on, they are really good. But their offense is just went cold. That's just what it is. It's not an excuse. It's just the fact. It's just a fact. It's a fact. I'd like to believe that the Pirates' offense is pretty legit based on the first 4 months of what we saw, rather than 3 weeks. I don't know. That's just me. 4 months or 3 weeks? What would you rather think is more? What would you think is more of a tell of what this team is capable of? Patrick Reddies looks back at second. Here is the pitch as that's hit up the middle, but Terang's there. Throws to second for one. Throws to first. He is safe. Simon at least running it out. You have to imagine the Brewers were challenged just because. It'll be runners on the corners with 2 outs, barring a challenge. Oh, they actually got him. That's going to be the game. They showed the replay. It is over. Yeah, that's going to be a double play. Oh my goodness. So the Pirates will drop to 57 and 60 as the tumbling Pirates can't figure it out. The Brewers will rise to 72 and 43. Wow. Good stress by Vaughn. Again, Terang with good defense. He is going to be out. And the Pirates, of course, will indeed go back home. And face the Mets in a 3-game series. And the Pirates must take 2 from the Mets. Because that, if they don't, oof, can't lose that series. Can't lose that series. I don't know what to tell you other than if you enjoyed the show, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. It is free. And again, I'll be back tonight for the Hall of Fame game. Pretty excited about that. But yeah, just again, another disappointing performance for the Pirates. Don't know what to tell you. Don't even know what to tell you. I'll take provolone coffee. Thank you very much. Oh, my goodness. All right. I will catch you guys later. You guys all have a great rest of your day. Again, Hall of Fame game tonight at 7. I'll go live, of course, a little bit earlier. I'll be probably debuting a little bit of the soundtrack again. Normally, you know, if you're just trickling into the stream early, I have crowd noise. But, of course, for football, it's going to be a little different. So we'll have more of a soundtrack, a Madden type of theme. That's what all the songs I was going for. A Madden, 2000s Madden theme songs, essentially. So hopefully you enjoy it. And, yeah. But all right, I will catch you guys later. You guys all have a great rest of your day. And again, if you're not here tonight, I'll see you tomorrow for Pirates and Mets. Game 1 of a 3-game series. I'll see you then. You guys all have a great rest of your day. And, of course, we did preview one song last night. We will go ahead and preview another song just because I'm just a nice guy. Let's see. Here we go. This is Madden soundtrack song number 2. Catch you later.
To end every week, you met another friend, riding until the street streetlights came, nobody cared about fortune or fame. CD cases scattered on the floor, counting down outside the record store. We thought we'd never lose those days. Funny how they slipped away. Now every picture fades, but somehow never leaves. Take me back to yesterday's tomorrow, when every dream felt close enough to borrow. No clocks, no fear, no reason not to try. We never knew how fast the years could fly. Old game consoles glowing through the night, pizza boxes, everything felt right. Home phones ringing down the hall, somehow we still talk to everyone. Neighborhoods that felt so alive, windows down on late night drives. The world kept turning nice and slow, back before we'd ever know. Maybe we were young, maybe time moved differently. Take me back to yesterday's tomorrow, every laugh outran the sorrow. No maps, no plans, just one more open road. Somehow we carried a lighter load. We were writing names on unfinished pages, growing up without knowing those would be the golden ages. Maybe nothing lasts forever. Maybe that's the reason we remember. Take me back to yesterday's tomorrow, every sunset promised one more tomorrow. If I could steal one moment from the past, I'd never let it go. I'd make it last. The years keep moving, but somewhere those kids are still laughing.
This is the greatest thrill of my life! I'm king of the world! Woohoo! Woohoo! Ah! Ooh, oh, oh, yeah, no, yeah, yeah, go, ooh, yeah, go, oh, yeah, go, go, ooh, oh, go, ooh, oh.